Hello wonderful people, this is ERD Stitches. Welcome back to today's tutorial. So in today's tutorial we are going to learn how to make an halter neck blouse or top. Halter neck top. You can see I've already drafted out some things here. I'm going to explain what I did. This is just my basic body. If you want to do an halter neck, the first thing you do is you draft your basic body. So what I did here is I got my chest line, which is my armhole line, chest line. I got from here is 8 inches, and now my bust point line, my under bust, and my waistline plus 1 inch hem allowance or stitching allowance. Then I now got my neckline. Here I use 3 inches for the front pattern. I use 3 inches by 3 inches from my neck depth and neck width. Here I came down by 1 inch for the slope, and I've as well inputted my body measurement. Bust 42 divided by 4 is 10.5. Then waist 40 divided by 4 is 10 inches. And I've gotten my dart. I use my bust span of 4.5 to get the dart. 9 inches divided by 2 is 4.5. I took ½ inch on both sides and connected to the bust this thing. From my bust point I came down by 1 inch and connect the dart. So here is my bust dart. I took 1 inch and connected to the dart point. You can see that the two lines are together. I connected it to the dart point line. This is that is going to go out, and because of this tutorial, including this and other things that we will do. So now let's start our drafting. CL is chest line, BP is bust point line, UB under bust line, WL is our waistline, CF is our center front. So let's get started. So the next thing we will do now is to cut out this basic body. So by the time we cut it out from here like this, I'm leaving 1 inch allowance here. That's what I just did now. I also cut it through the armhole. At this armhole I went in by 3/4 inch. When I got the half of my armhole, I went in by 3/4 inch for the front. Then like I said here, I'm not going to cut off everything. I'm cutting ½ inch out. I will use the other half to join my shoulder. Then I'll cut the neckline. So this is what we are going to work with now. Now that we are done doing this, the next thing we do is that at this neckline point we have to measure 2 inches or 2.5 inches round this way. That's what I'm doing now. 2.5 inches is what we are going to take round to get to that point. I'm using my pencil for this. 2.5 inches. Yeah, 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches. And here also 2.5 inches. So I have to connect the points together. Just look at what I'm doing. I'm using my pencil for this particular place. I'm connecting the 2.5 inches together. So this is 2.5 inches that we took. So now that we have gotten this, so the next thing we are going to do now is from here we'll come in by 5 inches towards this side, 5 inches this way. From here now we'll come in by 5 inches like this, 5 inches. This is the 5 inches point here. So from this 5 inches now we will connect it to the armhole with a slant curve. With a slant curve we'll connect it to my armhole. Good. So I'm connecting now with a slight curve like this. I hope you are seeing it. With a slight curve from these 5 inches. I'm trying to bold it so that you will see what I'm doing. So I've connected it through this So this is how it come out. I've tried to bold it enough so that you can see it with a slight curve to the armhole. So the next thing that we do now after doing this is that from this our armpit here now, we will go out by 2 inches this way. From here, from this point here now, from this point that we connected, we go up by 2 inches this way. And this is the 2 inches point here. So we have to connect it with a straight line to meet this our bust point line. This way. So this is the straight line. So remember, from this point we measure 2 inches to here, then we'll connect it to this our bust point here where this dart met with this dart here. So the next thing that we are going to do now that we have gotten that that particular one now, this new arm. So we have to now contour this by giving it a dart of 1/2 inch. We'll go towards our neck this way and get a dart of 1/2 inch. This is the 1/2 inch. So we have to connect it to meet this point also with a straight line, 1/2 inch. The two of them will meet together with a straight line. So this is it, dart of 1/2 inch here. So now that we have gotten this dart of 1/2 inch, we are going to cut here out and also cut the side, the bust dart out. We'll cut here out, we'll cut the bust dart out. So we'll cut it out this way to here, and also this way to here. That place is now open. We will also cut this place now. This is our contoured armhole from here this way to this point, and also from here. So this is it. So the next thing we are going to do now, we are cutting here out, this particular place. This place now, we are going to cut it out. So now we are going to, now that we are cut it out now, the next thing we are going to do now, we are going to close this dart. You need something like this, paper tape. So now the first thing we will do is to close this place up. Now that we have finished closing here up, you see it, I've closed it up. I use the paper tape to close it up. Then the next thing I will do now is to cut out this dart here. I'll cut this dart out this way. This is real pattern drafting. You have to draft it on pattern first before you transfer it to your fabrics. Now that I've cut this dart out, now I will now close this place up. Close this bust point dart. This bust point dart. Now I'm going to close. Excuse me. I'm going to close it up. So I've turned it this way. I will use my paper tape to close it up at the back here. This is how it looks like now. So the next thing that I'm going to do now is to go to the back. We are done with the front. This or that now, when you cut it on fabrics, it will be like this. Then you know that you will not keep it like this and sew your dart. So this is for the front. Now to the back. This is the back basic body. I've already drafted it. The neck width is 3 inches. The neck depth is 1.5 inches. See what I did at the back, at the armhole of the back, I went in here by 1/2 inch, which is unusual when you are doing a basic body, but in this particular pattern is necessary. So this is my chest line. In this chest line, I inputted my bust measurement. So this is my waistline. In this my waistline, I inputted my waist measurement here, and also this is my bust span line. I inputted 1/2 inch dart on it to my dart point. That point is usually 9 inches from shoulder. That is the dart point. This is my center back. This is the zipper allowance. You can see what I did here. And this is my waistline. I went in by 1/2 inch and connected towards my bust point line. And at the zip allowance, I did the same thing. So I'm going to cut off this. This is to eliminate that board that is always at the back of clothes when you put your zip. This will help us to eliminate it. So now I'm cutting it out. I'm cutting my back bodies out so that we can draft our outer neck. Here I'm taking 1/2 inch here. Then my neck, I'm cutting it off. So this is what we have for the back. So what I will do now is to cut off this. I hope you are seeing what I'm doing. We need to cut this out so that our zip will relax at the back. So this is our back body now. So now we have to measure like we did in the front that time. We have to measure 2.5 inches around the neckline and connect it. So here I'm taking, this is my 2.5 inches here. Here also 2.5 inches. Here also 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches. So I have to connect it together now. So this is my 2.5 inches now. Now that we have gotten this, so the next thing we will do like we did at the front, we will measure from this particular line here, we'll measure 5 inches. This is my 5 inches point. So I'm going to connect it to a slant curve to my armhole line, to my armhole curve. So I put my curve ruler this way so that it can give me the curve I want. This way. Now I'll curve it. This is it. So now that I've gotten here, remember from here to here is 5 inches. Let me note it down. Here is 2.5 inches. Then from here now to here is 5 inches. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to cut from here out, like we did at the front. We cut here out and cut here also towards this way. So this is it. So now we have to from this here, measure 2 inches like we did at the front. Measure 2 inches to from that area. We measure 2 inches. That's our 2 inches here. 2 inches here. So I have to connect it to this my chest line. The 2 inches front, I'll connect it to this my chest line. So this is it. So I will also contour it with an inch this way, half an inch. So I will also connect that inch to this one. I'm doing it like this so that you will see the marking very well. So now that I've done doing this, the next thing I will do now is to cut out this that we put here now. That's this one. So now that we have cut it out, we have to cut out this one also. This dart here also. And you know, the front pattern we have a bust dart, but this one there's nothing like bust darts because there's no breast at the back. So it's only these 2 darts that we are working with now. Now that we have cut it out, I'm going to close up this dart from the back. I will use my pepper tape and close it up. I'll turn it this way and close it up this way. Give it a trial. It's very easy to make. Once you are done with this, the next thing, when you want to cut it on fabric, you just place it on your fabric and cut. So now that we are done closing this contour dart here now, the next thing we do is to cut our zip allowance open. I want to bold this our 2.5 here so that you will see it very well. I want to bold it with marker. So the next thing we are going to do now is to cut this zip allowance open. You know, we do cut it to the end that time that we are removing the half an inch. So now I'm going to cut it open. These are zip allowance. So by so doing, our back pattern is ready. This is it. Look at it. Is it not looking like quarter neck? It has formed already. The only thing you need to do now, you carry this pattern and place it on your fabrics and cut and sew, and it will give you a very good fitting. Thank you for watching till the end of this video. If this video is helpful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel to support me. Bye bye.